This video tutorial is designed to help you understand how to take attendance and create seating charts in PowerSchool. To begin, start on your start page. There are a few different ways that you can take attendance. The first one we're going to look at is the single day view. To access this, just click on the chair icon on your start page. This will take you to a list of your students with a box next to it for attendance. One thing I want to point out is that up here where it says attendance code, this is the default setting for when you click on a student's box. So if I click on this student, it automatically marks them as present. If you would like to change that, simply click on the drop-down menu, select whatever you would like, and once I click on other students, now I'll mark that student as absent. If I need to, I can add a comment explaining the student's absence or just commenting on why I marked them as absent. Click OK and it will save the comment. If I would like to change the date for which I'm taking attendance, I can click on the drop-down menu and select the date here. An important note is that simply marking a student as absent does not save that student's attendance. In order to save your attendance, you have to click on Submit. And you'll notice when I submit attendance, this little ball here turns green. All of the other ones are white, indicating that I have not taken attendance for that class today. Another option for taking attendance is this multi-day view. To access that, you're going to want to click on this calendar here. This takes you to a list of your students as well as a number of different days for which you can mark attendance for that student. It'll tell you the date range up above. This can be nice so that you can see patterns of student attendance. If you have a student who is absent a number of days in a row, you'll be able to see it here. The current day is always highlighted in green. And to go in and take attendance, I'm going to change my default to absent, select a few students. I can change the date range here by clicking Edit. If I want to show or hide comments, I can select that here. And when I'm done, I'm going to click Submit to make sure that I save my attendance. Your third option for taking attendance is through the seating chart view. To access that, click on the chair and the calendar icon here. This will open up your seating chart view. If students have pictures entered in, you'll be able to see their pictures here. This view can be helpful when you're initially learning students' names so that you can pair the names with faces without students being present in the room. You'll notice it automatically populated it in alphabetical order and in rows. Again, I can go in and select my default, choose a few students, make sure the day is correct, and click Submit to save. Before I do that, I want to point out one feature that's in here is the random student selector. So often in class when we're calling on students, this can be helpful so that we aren't always calling on the same students. If I click Select, it pops up with a specific student, and then I can call on them. I click Select again, and it comes up with another randomized student. So I'm going to click Submit to save this. However, if you want to actually set up a seating chart and not just have it alphabetical, you'll want to go to Seating Chart Design. When I click on this, it still shows me that seating chart. If I would like to move students around, I can click on them and simply move them around wherever I want to place them. I can also pull them out by clicking on the little X in the top left. This puts them over here. In order to put a student back, I simply need to drag that student onto the chair. Now, if you want to create a new seating chart, say you're using tables, if you click on New Layout up here and select a new layout, I'm going to title this one Tables. So now I have a blank screen to work with here where I can create my seating chart. To add seats, there are a few different options. You can click on Rows, Tables, or Chairs. Rows will simply create a block of seats. Tables will chunk out different numbers of seats separately, and chair just adds a single seat. So let me show you, I can add chair. If I want just one, move it around. If I decide I don't want that one, I simply need to click on it and select remove. Now, since this is called tables, I'm going to add some tables. So I'm going to click tables, decide that I want a total of 8 tables. To set it up, I want 3 across, and I want 4 seats at each table. Now I'm going to click Add. You'll notice it populated my seating chart with groups of tables. All of these are blank. There currently are no students in it. So to add students, you're going to want to click on Populate. There are a few options. You can just populate it alphabetically. You can alternate male and female. You can randomize the population. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to decide it's going to start from the top left. You can change this if you would like, and I'm going to click Add. You'll notice it filled all of my tables with students. Now, when I take attendance, it can be a lot easier to just take attendance by table instead of having to go through alphabetically. If I would like to add different pieces to remind myself where things are, I can add a desk, move it around wherever it is, a doorway. These just help you remember the layout of the classroom. When I'm done, I'm going to click Save. And now what I can do, when I go back to seating chart to take attendance, I can decide which seating chart I'm going to use to take attendance that day. So with this, you should be able to take attendance in whatever way works best for you and create seating charts to help you understand where students are supposed to be sitting in your classroom.